Welcome to Champlin, Minnesota Champlin Ice Forum here. I'm Pete Anderson, joined by Chris Carpenter. Welcome to some high school hockey action on QCTV here tonight. And Chris, we're going to be set to watch two non-conference teams face off, kind of going in both directions here late in the season.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one tonight, Pete. Duluth Marshall in town, making kind of the Twin Cities swing towards the end of the season here. Today they're here in Champlin Park. Tomorrow going to be in Roseville. So it's fun to see that matchup once in a while. Two teams from, very different parts of the state going to match up here tonight in Champlin.
Absolutely, and as we see the Rebels taking the ice, the Rebels are on a little bit of a hot streak here. Started out the season a little bit rough, 0-5 to start. Since then, anytime they've lost, they've only lost consecutive games once since then. 4-1-1 in their last six. Last time out yesterday, beat Osseo 4-2.
Yeah, and you know what, Pete? A big reason because of that is their goaltending. Brendan Boynton, who's been fantastic this year. Here's a look at some of the matchup numbers tonight. Marshall has outscored Champlin Park on the season with 56 goals. Champlin Park just 49. Penalty kill percentage in favor of Champlin Park. That's always a good thing. Save percentage, as I was saying, Brendan Boynton, the freshman goaltender for Champlin Park, has been pretty darn good this season. 8-10-1. For a freshman, a 90% save percentage. He's having a really good year. Absolutely. And another guy here on the Champlin Park team that we're going to have a close eye on here tonight is starting right winger, and that's Ryan Ingram, number 18. And here this season he's been kind of a do-it-all guy. He's not necessarily the leading scorer. He's got 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 points on the year. He'll take a penalty or two. He'll play the dirty stuff, and he'll do the dirty stuff for you. But he's a tough guy. We're going to step away here as we get ready for the national anthem. Excuse me, they're doing starting lineups here, so we can take a look at starting lineups on our end for Duluth Marshall. Well, I'll be efforting on that. Duluth Marshall, on the other hand, Chris, they're kind of in the same. They started the same spot as Champlin. They also started 0-5. They won a 3-game, then went on a current 3-game losing streak. There's the starting lineups there for Duluth Marshall. Keelan Golat, Carter Sullivan, and Tyler Peterson, his wings. Behind him, we've got Lane Cranzen and Peter Hansen, and Mikhail Goods in the net. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight from Duluth side. Let's take a look here at the Champlin starting lineups. You got Swanstrom on the left wing, Smith, who I really like, think he's a great player, Derek Smith centering that line. Ryan Ingram, who we talked about a minute ago, will be on the right wing. It's Shellum and Ellingson defending the blue line tonight, and I also mentioned Brendan Boynton in goal. And one thing to keep an eye on here tonight is that goaltender play. We have Boynton, who's really been the rock. I mean, he's 8-10-1, but really good save percentage. He sees a lot of shots. He turns away a lot of shots. On the other hand, it's Mikhail Goods, who is the number 1, but a little bit different practice on the Duluth Marshall side, where they've given their backup quite a few opportunities to get in there and play. He's played 8 games, is Cullen Muldrak. And Mikhail Goods, we'll see what he has tonight and see if he can keep up to task here with Brendan Boynton and the Champlin Park Rebels. We're going to step away here and turn up the audio, listen to our nation's national anthem. And we'll get set here as teams kind of get their final warm-ups in, take a nice skate around their end, get ready to go. And Chris, it'll be interesting to see here. We got our keys to the game coming up. What do we have to see out of Champlin Park to get them a victory here and continue their hot streak?
Well, as we talked early on here, you're going to need solid goaltending, and I think Brendan Boynton's up to the task for that. You're going to have to get the puck to the playmakers. Those people I'm talking about, Derek Smith. He's been having a great season so far. 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points leading the way for Champlin. You got to get him involved. And Pete, we also talked about this beforehand. You got to keep everyone involved. As you said, they don't need to all be standing around watching Derek Smith. Yes, he is probably their best playmaker, but everyone needs to stay involved, and they got to offensively and defensively be able to, control the puck.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, he's got 16 assists on the season, so that means he's not necessarily scoring all the goals. He also does lead the team in goals with 9, but he's dishing it out just as much as he's putting it in the net himself. On the other end, you've got Duluth Marshall, and we don't know a ton about what they've got to offer, but you look at their stat line, you look at the kind of games they play, they actually look like they may have a similar style as Champlin does, just based on their scoring.
Well, I'll say this, Pete, we don't know a lot about their team this season, but we do know that most all Duluth teams and all the teams from up there that play hockey, they take a lot of pride in what they do on the ice. This team has had a lot of success in the past. 19-6-3 last season, just struggling a little bit this year. Playing in a tough conference up north is always going to be difficult.
Duluth Marshall from the Lake Superior Conference. Derek Smith wins that faceoff, and quickly they peel back into their own end. Puck in the neutral ice goes off of starting center Keelan Golat. Now Smith rips one off the backhand that deflected, almost caught Mikhail Goods napping, but goes up and over the net. Now Marshall breaks out of their zone. Here come the Hilltoppers. They're moving up. Shot attempt, that's blocked and quickly broken out by Champlin. Shot attempt there by number 25. That was Tyler Peterson. No shot on goal from either team. Will Ellingson wheels it up and gets it to Ryan Ingram. He dumps it deep behind his net, takes a weird bounce off the back wall. Mikhail Goods plays it to his teammate Champlin Park, switching as Marshall plays it up the middle. Levi Stauber now plays it forward to his teammate on the left wing. Try a centering pass. Nice kick save there by Boynton, as that one took a weird bounce on him. He thought he was going center, and it ended up getting deflected on goal. There's Peter Lenz. He's a captain on this squad, one of the few seniors for Marshall. Comes out to neutral ice. Marshall has to let everybody touch up. Allows Champlin to come up and dump it deep. Played behind his net is Goods. Now come up to the half wall. Stauber plays it up, gets it into neutral ice, and Champlin takes over on the loose puck. Jeff Rylance then takes it across center ice and dumps it deep. Willie Stauber plays it all the way up front. It's number 16, Rudy Erickson, chases it back behind the net. Played up and off the boards into neutral zone, hops up over the stick of the Marshall player Ben Peterson. Hilltoppers recover, and now here comes Marshall. Rudy Erickson plays it up and in. Plays it deep to Connor Johnson, his center. Long pass, briefly touched there for Champlin. That was number 5, Ian Coltis, but he couldn't hold on and gets dumped back into the Champlin zone. A little back and forth here, Chris. Really, both teams just kind of feeling each other out.
Absolutely, Pete. We haven't even seen a shot on goal just yet, and we're about almost 4 minutes into the game.
Here's Ryan Ingram at his half wall. He tries to flip it up and out of the zone, doesn't get much on it. Marshall takes over. Good forecheck there for Champlin. Put some pressure on Marshall in the zone. There's a turnover. Ingram at his own blue line skates it in. His shot got blocked and then turned back out of the zone. This one just gets flipped back into the Hilltopper zone. Played in the corner and across D to D behind the goal line. Now pushed forward into neutral ice. Topper's trying to make a nice rush, goes through the legs, does the Topper wing, and played forward by 25. Tyler Peterson goes off the pipe and then off the netting. And we'll get our first stoppage here the evening, Chris. And I guess that's our closest thing to a scoring opportunity here tonight.
Yeah, it was a nice opportunity, too. Troy Schold on the right spot. Takes a shot on goal, and maybe not an actual shot on goal, but a nice scoring chance.
Schold puts that face-off into the corner. Now played back to the point. Goes for the tip. That was Lane Krenzen trying to get the tip in front, and it goes into the corner instead. Toppers holding on to possession. Now goes point to point. One-timer for Krenzen. He can't connect to the net. Still being played deep. Champlin finally gains control behind their net. That's 21, Max Shellum. That one's picked off in front by Schold. Schold circling into his own corner. Comes up the half wall. Gets it to his teammate. And there's a shot that goes wide. That was Levi Stauber. Long centered pass in the slot. That one is broken up. Good play by Champlin defense. And now here they come on a rush. Here's a shot right at the blue line. Just kind of a dump attempt, but trying to at least get it on net. It was deflected high and wide of the net. Now Marshall coming out of their zone. Duluth Marshall of the Lake Superior Conference. 7-12-1 on the season. 1-4 in the Lake Superior Conference. And that one is dumped out and past the Champlin Park skater Quinn Victoria. And we get an icing, and another faceoff will come to into Brennan Boynton's zone and be to his left.
I like what I've seen from Marshall so far, really putting the pressure on. Rebels on their heels just a little bit here in the first period.
Connor Johnson takes the faceoff, loses it, but Marshall tries to get an opportunity out of that. Couldn't contain the bouncing puck. Now here comes Champlin dumping it in. Mikhail Goods. Risky play there, playing the puck
with too far out from
with the rush, but now here comes Marshall with the opportunity on their end. Nice play at the half wall. Finds his teammate. That's number 5, Joe Liberty. Get held a little bit, but no call. Wasn't able to get a shot on net because of it. Puck's being chased in the corner. There's Derek Smith. Haven't called his name yet. Derek Smith now gains center ice. He's got 1-on-2. He shoots. That one goes well wide. And he's still chasing on the forecheck. Now here comes the rush, turning around for the Toppers is Willie Stauber. He tries to push it towards the net at a wide angle. Misses altogether. Then a shot from the point taken by Lane Krenzen. That one turned away. Another shot on goal. Circling again, back to the point. Now back down low. Good passing by Marshall. A shot goes on, now stays low. Boynton holds on. Marshall with some good pressure in the Rebel zone and some good passing to get some good looks at Boynton.
And there's Boynton. That's the first real shot on goal that he had to turn away tonight so far. Toughest save so far. And I don't like the defense and what's happening right now with the Rebels. It's way too easy right now for the Toppers to get into their offense.
Face-off win for Toppers, and nearly a disastrous mistake by Ben Peterson as he whiffed on the shot, but was able to recover long enough to dump it down deep. Otherwise, it would have been a 2-on-0 for Champlin. Now here comes Champlin skater. That was number 6. That was Derek Roberts with a shot that crossed up Mikhail Goods. Luckily, it didn't go through all the way through the pads. Went behind him, but went all the way to the back wall. And you can see Mikhail Goods skating away. He knew, he's a little rattled there. He knew he got crossed up by that one.
I don't know if he saw that one, Pete. You're absolutely right. Take a look at the shot there in the replay. And what happened to the puck, he's thinking. And it got to the side of the net.
Yeah, I think actually, looking at that a second time, it went into his glove and he felt it. But when he brought it down, he actually swung it down, and that's where it came out. And he didn't know it was out until he kind of heard the crowd get a little groan. Puck held in there, and Champlin trying to regroup. Now coming up, moving forward. That's 28, Keegan Bauman. And Marshall gains control, but dumps it all the way down, trying to find a leaking out Peter Lenz to get a breakaway, but it'll be icing, and it'll come all the way back down into the Hilltopper zone. 0-0. 6 minutes, 10 seconds have expired here in this game. Derek Smith back on the ice for the Rebels. Face-off win for Marshall. And D-to-D behind the goal line. Now long centering pass. Connects, and it's good as far as the offside goes, but couldn't hold on to the pass was 21, Levi Stauber. Playing here is Peter Lenz, back to his demon, Lane Krenzen. Now Lenz playing it up, gets past one defender, and goes all the way around the net. Looking, gets to his teammate, tries to give it back to him. And Champlin Park recovers and clears the zone. Krenzen getting the pass from Willie Stauber. Now Krenzen takes it across the blue line, but offsides is the call.
Yeah, we got a nice look at Peter Lenz there, kind of some of the speed. And he's one of the few seniors that are on the team this year. One of the captains. Has 8 goals and 8 assists on the season so far.
Face-off win goes to Marshall. They've been winning quite a few here in the early goings. Quickly dumped in, and now chasing for Marshall. That's number 4, Aiden Bashan. Players from each team now chasing and coming away with it. 16, Rudy Erickson. He gets it to the point. Shot gets tipped up into Boynton, and Boynton holds on. He stands tall, even though he was down in the butterfly, but he hangs on to that one, covers up, and we've crossed under the 10-minute remaining mark here in the first period.
And I think somebody got a tip on that. I believe it was Aiden Bashan. Bashan, yeah.
Here's another shot from the point coming up. That one was a rolling puck. Doesn't get all the way through to Boynton. Blocked in front. Champlin Park trying to get it out of the zone. Quickly kept in by number 5, Joe Liberty. Chasing around, it's Rudy Erickson. And that puck comes free. Another big shot there by Peter Hansen. That one barely cleared Boynton's head as it went up and over the crossbar. And then the puck gets stuck on the backside of the netting. And we'll get a whistle and another face-off. This one to Boynton's right.
Yeah, as I was saying before, nice tip by Bashan. He's right in the right place, and Boynton another really good save.
Jack Cargus on to take the face-off there for Champlin, and it's another win for Marshall. Duluth Marshall making the trip down here tonight, and then they'll play again down here in the Twin Cities metro area against Roseville. Have to assume it'll be a hotel trip for Duluth. Those are always the best in high school. Here comes Champlin gaining center line and dumping it deep. Mikhail Goods out to play it behind his zone, gets it all the way up the half wall, getting it to his teammate Carter Sullivan. He can't hold on to that pass, and it's kept in by Champlin. Willie Stauber gets it to his teammate Joe Liberty. Liberty with the long pass to Sullivan. So puck comes back to Smith. He dumps it in with the backhand. Ingram chasing against Liberty in the corner. Puck comes out to center ice and just tapped back in. Smith tries to tap it. It gets caught in the body of Willie Stauber, and now comes in deep into Champlin zone. Now it tipped it back into Duluth Marshall zone. Smith gets it behind the net, tries to center it out for his teammate Brady Swanstrom, but Swanstrom couldn't reach that with the outstretched stick. There's another turnover. Ingram shot and glove by Mikhail Goods. Good scoring position there for Ryan Ingram as he came into the high slot, let it go with his right-handed shot. Mikhail Goods saw it all the way, gloved that one, and made sure he held on.
Yeah, you got to see a little bit of what Champlin can do on offense. Ingram with that shot, and Smith with a nice centering pass.
Another face-off win for Marshall. That's got to be a concern here for head coach of Champlin. That's Pat Janiston. And the face-off losses are mounting for Champlin here early on. Moving forward, that's Lenz trying to get a centering pass to his teammate. Couldn't get it through as that one was intercepted, but kept in the Champlin zone. Hard-working play there by Marshall down behind the goal line. Centering spot from Lenz. That shot goes up wide. That was Levi Stauber in the slot. Couldn't connect with the net. Nice outlet pass, but quickly and well played by Lane Krenzen. A little drop pass attempted there by Marshall. Quickly intercepted, however, by Champlin. Now dumped deep. Marshall going to get a change and comes all the way around the boards. Skating up to get that in the corner and lost. Now Champlin able to break out. Derek Roberts with the best scoring opportunity of the night here so far for Champlin. He brings it across, and now he's chasing in the corner, fighting for it before it's taken over by Connor Johnson, and now back out to Willie Stauber. Stauber trying to connect up the middle to John Ribich. He turns it over, and now it gets dumped back into the Marshall zone. Rudy Erickson pushes it forward for his linesmate, Connor Johnson, but too far ahead, and it goes all the way down the ice for icing.
Well, Pete, I think Champlin playing a little bit tighter on defense here, making it a little bit more difficult for the Toppers to get into their offensive scheme. It's playing much better here.
Top line for Champlin coming out. Top line for Marshall out. Keelan Golat, he wins that face-off. Back to his defenseman, but they can't get it out off of that high pass off the glass. Now they regroup and circle it all the way back around. Well played. That's Keegan Bauman. He's now playing with Ingram and Smith. I had a chance to talk to head coach Pat Johnston of Champlin Park before the game, and he let me know he was going to be playing on basically every line here tonight. He was going to float between first, second, third line. He could play center, he could play wing. It didn't matter. He was going to find a way to find the ice, and he's their second leading scorer, so you can see why.
He's been having a good year. 8 goals, 8 assists, just second to Derek Smith, so it's nice to have that option, kind of a floater player.
A rare face-off win there for Champlin off the stick of number 16, I believe. That was Brady Swanstrom taking that face-off. He's moving over from the wing. Dumped down into the Champlin zone and played in the corner by Will Ellingson. He tries to break out to his teammate along the sidewall. Couldn't get it all the way out, could Ian Coltis. Now chasing in his zone. Marshall passing, that one goes into the skates. Otherwise it would have been a great scoring opportunity for the Hilltoppers. Champlin Park now moving forward. Splitting the defense was Micah Chamberlain. Mikhail Goods getting a stick on that one to turn that one away. And that puck hops up and over the stick of defense Jackson Snee. Now they'll break out. Here's Smith on the side. Winds up and fires. That one's deflected, I believe, by his own teammate, Keegan Bauman. Willie Stauber turns it around and tries to find teammate Keegan Bauman there to turn it away. And then a shot there by Bauman lets out a big rebound, and Smith right there for it. Mikhail Goods just had decent positioning to make sure that one didn't find the open part of the net. And you can see Mikhail Goods skating away, knowing that he maybe got lucky a little bit there as that wet net was wide open, and he was not in a position to save that other than the fact that his body and his padding were there.
He's had a couple of rough ones tonight so far, Pete.
Faceoff comes out to Bauman and scores! He goes top shelf, as my friend Joe Rulin would say, with the peanut butter, and opens up the scoring tonight here for the Champlin Park Rebels. They'll lead 1-0, 4:48 to go in the first period.
Well, we were saying, Pete, it's important to win faceoffs. Champlin does there. Gets it over to Bauman, who's been floating on all these different lines, and puts it in the top of the net past Goods. We said Goods was struggling a little bit so far, and Champlin takes the lead 1-0 on Bauman's 9th goal of the year.
Yeah, that faceoff it bounced around a little bit. I would have actually probably given the faceoff win to Marshall, but the way the puck kind of bounced and rattled around, it came free to Bauman, who is in the right place, right time, and he unleashed that shot. Mikhail Goods had no chance with nobody in front to help him out there to block part of the net. Here we come back off of the neutralized faceoff. Marshall wins this one. And that's number 21, Levi Stauber, coming all the way back around, gets it to the point, go D to D, and that shot's lifted high and well over the net by Peter Hansen. Another shot let go. That one's by Lane Krenzen. That one goes well wide. And a big hit there given out by Hansen, but the puck comes free to Champlin skater number 20, Jack Cargis. His passing attempt, centering attempt, was broken up and played physical. Nice little pass there by Hansen, finding his teammate 15, Peter Lenz. His shot was blocked. Lenz now playing it in the corner, waiting for his teammate. He gets it back down into the corner, trying a pass back to Lenz, who is in the slot. I believe this is Troy Schold. He gets it back to the point, now to Lenz. Lenz with space, creating more space. He shoots, that one is ricocheted off the goalie and into the back area of the goal. We got a penalty coming up. Looks like it's going to be on Champlin. Extra skater coming on, tipped in front, and then finally broken up and controlled by Champlin. So we'll get our first penalty here of the evening. Champlin up 1-0, but they're going to go down 4 to 4 skaters, and Marshall will have their first power play of the evening.
Yeah, nice job by Champlin. However, playing a lot better, holding the Hilltoppers defensively, playing a lot tighter.
Blake Auer, captain defenseman for Champlin, is the one that takes the penalty. Face-off win goes to Derek Smith into the corner. Tries to clear it, and he isn't able to. Held by Stauber. Stauber goes all the way across to his teammate. That's Krenzen. Krenzen shoots. That's a great glove save by Brennan Boynton.
Nice job by Boynton there. Absolutely, the glove save. Goes to his left, snags it.
Another face-off now to Boynton's left. Keelan Golat against Derek Smith. Off the face-off, Champlin Park holds on, gets it all the way around, and now clears the zone, clears it all the way down, back behind the goal. Krenzen retreating. He's chased by Smith briefly. Now Joe Liberty back to Krenzen. Krenzen gets it up to Carter Sullivan. And he can't hold it onto his stick. Puck comes free. Krenzen finally getting it back to Sullivan. Sullivan circling. He shoots. That one tipped in front, but turned away. Now that puck comes all the way out, and then it'll come out of the zone. And quickly back into the zone. Nice play there by Krenzen. Good heads up. Good spacing there by Marshall. A nice pass by Sullivan to Golat, but pass was a little bit behind. He couldn't get the stick in front to get the shot off. And Champlin's able to clear it all the way down. Under a minute left in this power play. Willie Stauber leading the charge up. Now he gets it up front to Levi Stauber. Shot, that one's turned away. Another shot, that one goes off of the right pad of Boynton. Couple of close calls there for Boynton, but he's able to turn them both away. Now down low, power play opportunity number 1 for the Hilltoppers. Krenzen to Stauber. Stauber's pass is tipped away. That's that's Swanstrom, Brady Swanstrom. Swanstrom and Ingram playing together. Less than 20 seconds remain in the power play. Cross ice pass to Krenzen. That one's easily turned away by Boynton. Another one goes up and over his net. Less than 10 seconds remain in the power play. Out to Stauber. Back to Stauber from the point. He lets one fire. That one is a wrister that stays low off the ice. And now here comes Auer. He's all alone. Stauber chasing. He shoots. And Auer's shot goes wide of the net. Opportunity for Champlin coming out of that box. Not even able to get it on net. Marshall coming back. Now both sides. Even strength. Drop pass is picked off by Champlin. And it comes out. Well played by Troy Scholl to recover and get that puck back. 1 minute remaining here in the first period. There's Keelan Golat dishing to his teammate. One-timer, that one's turned away by the stick of Brennan Boynton. Puck comes back to the point. Liberty shoots, deflected, nearly goes 5-hole. Somehow that one is cleared out. Good work by Jackson Snee right there in front of Brennan Boynton to get that one cleared out of the dangerous scoring zone. Nice move there. And then a shot that was going to go wide, but Boynton wisely puts the glove on it, settles things down.
Yeah, Pete, Marshall right now peppering Boynton here in the last minute or so. Done a nice job of standing tall and making these stops.
Yeah, that was a great tip. It actually got tipped, hit the glove of Boynton, then dropped down right in front of the 5-hole. And in front of the net, somebody could have easily tipped that one right in. And there's a shot attempt blocked by Keegan Bauman. Now he takes it up, he shoots. That one goes wide. Ingram gets it at the half wall. 20 seconds remaining here in the first period. Bauman goes through his legs to try and tip that to Ingram. He's able to dive at it to try and jam it home against Mikhail Goods, but he holds on. This one goes all the way down, and that'll be icing with 9.7 seconds remaining here in the first period. Keegan Bauman, we knew that this was going to happen. He was going to get moved around. I mean, he's listed on the line sheet that I got from head coach from Champlin Park as the fourth line right winger, but he's played a little bit on the third line. He's played a lot of it on here on the top line. And here he gets that face-off win, tries to tip it forward to Smith. Smith now comes with it, 5 seconds. And then finally up and out of the zone, and that'll do it for the first period. 1-0 Champlin Park. And we'll head to the locker room. Chris, it was a furious pace there for a while. Marshall peppering shots on Brennan Boynton, but it was Champlin Park who comes away with the 1 goal.
That's right. Both teams right now, they're kind of playing their game. I like what I saw from Marshall at the beginning and towards the end, but Champlin did a nice job playing defense, and you got to hand it to Brennan Boynton as well. Fantastic in net so far already with 12 saves on the game.
Yeah, he's been the story. He's been the reason that they have the lead going into the period, or going into the locker room at the end of the first period. We'll be back with first period highlights and the second period action after this.
Stewart, Sheriff of Anoka County, and I'd like to invite you to watch The Sheriff Show on QCTV. On the show, we feature various divisions within our office, including Patrol, K-9, SWAT, community events, the dive teams, and much more. So tune into The Sheriff Show on your local channel 15 and 16 and keep up to date on what's happening at the Anoka County Sheriff's Office.
There's a long shot there by Daniger. Nice play by Krimble, earning the and one. Smith lost her dribble, gets it to a cutting Zimmer. Nice play, and Zimmer converts.
For the steal, doesn't get it. Pass inside, nice move. Up and good, nice layup.
Slater comes up with it, tries to go up and under and hits.
Oh, that's working it around the world, Pete.
All the way around.
Hello and welcome to In the Game. I'm your host, Chris Carpenter. In the Game is a show that we do here at QCTV that focuses on high school and amateur sports that we have going on in and around our 4 cities of Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey. It's winter here in Minnesota, and that means high school basketball season. And on today's show, we are going to focus on our girls' high school basketball teams. Let's start with the Andover Huskies. The Huskies are coming off of a season where they reached the state tournament, so expectations are pretty high this year. Let's take a look at the Andover girls' basketball team.
It was an incredible season for us. We got a young team coming in. We didn't really know what to expect. We'd lost a lot of seniors. So we kind of took the approach that it was just going to be a journey where our job was to get better every week, and we're going to see how it ended up. And we kind of came together. We became a very good defensive team. We became an unselfish team, and so we had a nice run. It was just a lot of fun.
So coming off of a successful year, Coach Belschner is happy with where the team is at.
I think we're in a good spot right now. We had a lot of people back with experience. We lost some key people. We've kind of taken the same approach that our job is to get better every week, and our goal is to be peaking at the end of the season. So far I think we're on pace. You know, we've had our ups, our downs. We're kind of still a work in progress, but I feel like we're making progress going forward. So,
Senior Gabby Garcia also talked about her experience going to the state tournament.
It was super fun and exciting, like nerve-wracking. Like I was super nervous to just sitting in the locker room, waiting to play or watching other games. Super nervous, nerve-wracking. Team goal would be to work together so we can make it to that section championship and just play as a team together.
The Northwest Suburban Conference is once again tough, but Coach Belschner says that the team needs to stick to their game plan.
the Northwest Suburban is really good this year, and it has been the last couple years. So there's a number of teams that are ranked, and I would say every game we play, you're playing great teams, great competition. Our approach has always been, in our conference, there's a lot of talented teams, and so our goal has got to be to get better every day. Our goal has got to be the aggressor whenever we take the court. We have to be the better team, and what I mean by that is we have to play better defense. We have to share the basketball and work together. We have to do the little things well if we're going to be successful. And so our goal every day is just to get better, and it's to focus on those things, not so much the wins and losses right now.
The Anoka girls basketball team has had some success in the Northwest Suburban Conference early this year, and they're hoping to build on that for the rest of the season. Let's look at the Anoka Tornadoes girls basketball team.
I think the season's going well so far. We've had some ups and downs, but for the future, there's a lot of potential down low at our lower levels, and I see it every day, every practice, every game, and it's awesome to see. So I think in the future, it'll be well.
I'd say the season's going like decent to good. I mean, we've definitely had like losses and down spouts, but I think it's due to like we haven't had a full team really. We had our big post out for a few weeks, and now we have our other captain out for a few. Like, it's just been off and on, but overall I'd say it's really good because like we had the same team last year, just minus 2 seniors. So to be building from last year, it's worked really well.
I think the season's going very well. Not like as good as I would want it to, but it's going well for us. We've had a few tough losses that we definitely should have won, but besides those, we've given a good fight for a lot of teams. And the goal for this season, I really, really want to make the state this year. It's my senior year, and I've made it to state other years, so this is my main goal.
When I was a freshman and sophomore, we had this really big powerhouse group of seniors, and we graduated 9 of them actually when I was a sophomore, and after that we were really young, and we had a little bit of trouble trying to fill those big shoes, but I think we're getting there. We're kind of almost at that point now where we can do some of the things that they've done, like go to state and win the section title, which is my goal, or I think everybody's goal this year.
The more we play as a team, the better we do, and I think if we just continue doing that next year, it'll keep going.
When you hear about Champlin Park basketball, you usually hear about how good the boys' high school team is, but the girls' team is also very good. Here's a look at the Champlin Park girls' high school basketball team.
Basketball's awesome. My teammates, I like hanging out with them on and off the court, and I've really grown to they're all my family, so.
We're young this year, so I kind of feel like an older player. I'm one of the more experienced. I've been on varsity since my freshman year, and it's really fun to have a big role on the team.
It's amazing. The school atmosphere that we have here at Champlin Park is amazing. I've never seen it like this before. Our school is really into our sports, and that's exciting because it makes me excited about what I do, so it's a really cool thing to have.
Yeah, it's much more than basketball to me. I mean, I've been around these girls for the last 3 years. I've gotten to know them as students and as athletes. You know, they're student athletes, so I wanted to be great students inside the classroom. I also feel like, we're not here just for basketball. We're here to, help them become great women. So it's basketball, but it's also about life lessons, and, I have quite a few seniors who are going to be going on to play college basketball. We're preparing them for what comes after high school, and just kind of, how women want to be treated, how, it's kind of like life lessons. And
yeah, come cheer us on. We're fun to watch.
Definitely come and cheer us on. I mean, we like fans. I mean, we have a very, very big gym to fill up, and so it's nice to have fans that come and support us, and especially from the community. But yeah, always come to a game, home or away. Wear your rebel blue.
I can print it off at home and run somewhere else so that they have a nice game.
Well, that's it for this edition of In the Game. If you want more In the Game or want more information regarding our sports schedules, or if you want to check out any of our sports or government programming, go to our website, www.qctv.org. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Carpenter, and we'll see you next time in the game.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing.
I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome. I think we're breathtaking. And here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities. Chess really isn't my thing. I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together. Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom.
It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Don't worry. 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Champlin Ice Arena, or excuse me, Champlin Ice Forum. I'm Pete Anderson, joined by Chris Carpenter. And Chris, 1-0 lead for the Rebels, but by no means is this a one-sided affair.
No, I totally agree. I just jotting down a few things. Take a look at the game recap here, actually. I thought both teams played relatively well. Champlin, they are up 1-0, but they never really got into an offense. They were just kind of in the right place at the right time. Keegan Bauman scoring his 9th goal of the season, right place, right time. There's the goalie that has been making all the plays for Champlin. He's been really good. And here's the other goalie, Good, who's been kind of shaky in net. So we learned a lot from the first period. I would think Champlin, they need to just find a way to get into their offense and get some solid looks, because right now, Good's in the net, and he's struggling a little bit.
Absolutely. Anytime that Champlin has had a half-decent good look or a good shot on net, Mikhail Goods has struggled with it. Looks like he's more fighting it off than actually playing the puck and making good solid saves. But on the other side of it is how well they're playing offensively. They've peppered. They got 13 shots there in that first period, and a couple of the saves that Brennan Boynton had to make were spectacular saves.
You're absolutely right. He was very good in the first period. 13 saves in all. Kind of what we've come to expect from Boynton on the season. Look at the stats here. Bauman, that was his 9th goal of the year. Champlin Park, I believe we got it turned around here.
Yep.
Right. Champlin Park actually made the 12 saves. Marshall made 8. On the Marshall side, I agree, Pete. They looked like they were a pretty polished offense. They were a little sloppy on some of the passes. I mean, a couple times they tried going from end to end on passes and couldn't connect. I think they need to clean that up. Keep the pressure on, though. Like you say, they got some nice looks at Boynton there, and you keep getting those quality chances like that. Eventually, something's going to go in. So that's what they need to do coming here into the second period.
Absolutely. They definitely won the possession battle. They held the puck in Champlin Park's zone frequently. And on the other end, just going back to that goal on Keegan Bauman, that play doesn't happen. There was a little bit of a tussle, kind of a scramble off of that face-off, and it was Derek Smith who, as he's falling to the ice, just kind of jabs at the puck with his stick and pokes it to open ice where Keegan Bauman happened to be skating to, and he made it stick, and he put it past Mikhail Goods for the only goal of the game. It's going to be a good second half. You have to assume that in both locker rooms, they're kind of, more so in the Champlin Park locker room, they were talking about how they can improve, whereas Marshall, they're probably just sending the message, keep doing what we're doing, the puck's going to come in. Off the face-off, battles around a little bit, and finally gets dumped deep into the Champlin Park zone. Teams have switched sides. We got the second period, which means the long change. My favorite period in the game.
It is a good period.
Comes out to the point. Long shot. Goes off the side of the net. Almost fooled me, but not quite. Now comes here to the point. That's Krenzen. Krenzen shoots. That one's tipped in front. And battling for it up front was Peter Lanz and Brennan Boynton. Right there again.
There he was. Yeah, it looks like it may have Lost a little bit of his stick there.
Yeah, the cap, the end cap on his stick looked like it popped off, but
it almost looked like the puck for half a second. I thought, what's going on here? But yeah, another nice job by Boynton, and like we said, Marshall needed to come out strong. They're doing just that.
Face-off win goes to Keelan Golat. Now to the point, looking for a tip. That was Joe Liberty. Joe Liberty's shot goes wide. Now playing from the half wall. That's Champlin Park getting out of their zone. Derek Roberts. He gets the puck taken away from him and turned around, but there's Jackson Snee dumping it deep. Pass connects up the middle, but a little bit too hard for Keelan Golat as he just tries to direct it forward, and it goes all the way down on the ice, and that'll be icing for Marshall.
You know, P, I feel like we saw a lot of that in the first period. I talked about it here as we were starting the second. They need to clean up a little bit of those passes, or it's failing to click right now on those long passes.
Keelan Golat wins that face-off, and Marshall is able to break out of their zone. There's a big hit on Jackson Snee. That hit laid by Tyler Peterson. Now Peterson with the puck. Gets it into the center ice. Nice tap there forward, right towards Brennan Boynton. Played out of the middle of the air by Keelan Golat, but it goes right to Boynton, and Marshall not able to take advantage.
Yeah, kind of a runaway puck there, and it's gobbled up.
Puck just sitting up in the air, and Golat, good hand-eye coordination, tapping that one out of the air, and Boynton, well played. Face-off win goes to Marshall, tipped in front, and it goes wide of the net. Shot came from the point from Joe Liberty. Playing behind his own net, or excuse me, behind the Champlin Park net. That's number 4, Aiden Beauchamp. He loses a stick, but now here comes Champlin Park settling it out and dumping it down deep. Makeo Goods plays it, and now it goes into the corner. Champlin Park fighting for it with a couple of Marshall players. Now the puck comes free, and it's handled by Willie Stauber. He dumps it back down to the half wall. Beauchamp tips it forward. Dangerous pass. That was Ian Coltis that couldn't get there quick enough. Now here comes a pass to Beauchamp coming up the left side. Comes across the line, just trying to create some time to get his team into the change. Gets lost in his skates, and then it finally comes out of the neutral zone. Champlin Park able to regain possession. Coming up with a shot, that one's blocked. That was blocked by Lane Krenzen. Well played by him, good position. Krenzen takes the pass, and he'll skate it all the way up into neutral zone by himself. He goes across the blue line, he shoots, that one goes high and wide. Got under that one a little bit. Now dump back down deep. That's Royce Piketty. Back to Piketty at the point. He winds and fires. That's blocked. Blocked by Brady Swanstrom. Goes behind the net. Chasing after it. That's Levi Stauber. He gets it from the half wall. Skates towards the center. Now gets to the point. Here side. Shots taken. Ooh, deflected in and nearly into the goal. Boynton loses a stick. Got caught up in a Marshall player. Now he's playing with his teammate's stick. That's number 21, Max Shellham's stick he's playing with. That shot goes wide. Comes out of the zone. Marshall has to clear, and they'll come all the way back down. Will Ellingson plays it. Now breaks out the zone. Gets it to Ryan Ingram. Ingram pushes it towards the Marshall zone, but officials say he played it before the center line, and it'll be icing. That gives Boynton a chance to get his stick back, and
that was an unusual situation, Pete. It looked like a little bit of a couple of players collided there. Boynton and one of the players from Marshall had to play without a stick for a little bit.
Hey, I don't tend to see that a ton in high school hockey. A little bit more in the faster place NHL or college hockey. Every once in a while, a goalie will lose a stick from a hard skating player, forecheck, that ends up taking the goalie's stick away. But good heads up by Max Shellham and Brennan Boynton to play on and make things work. Puck played around at the half wall. Now down to the corner. Champlin Park pinning it into there. Finally comes away. Marshall gives it away. Shot attempt. That's blocked down with the blocker by Goods. Puck comes up again. There's a shot from close range, and Goods gets away. Derek Roberts looking for a penalty, but here comes Marshall. They're on on the attack. There's Peterson at the half wall, and the puck comes free all the way down. Short angle shot. That one hit the stick and bounced well away from the goal, but nobody's there to take care of that rebound. And the puck comes all the way back down, and icing will go against Marshall. Mikhail Goods still not, I mean, he's a little bit more confident, but still I would not say he's super confident in his skills. He hasn't really absorbed any shots where you've thought that was a great save yet here tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Pete. Those last 2 shots by Champlin, too, much better scoring chances, and Goods came up with both saves.
Long pass to center ice. That one connects, but quickly taken off of his stick. Champlin defense played it well. Puck comes free in the center. Nobody's able to get a shot off as Marshall's defense crashed down on the puck well and knocks a couple of sticks free. Long pass here in the center ice, across the entire neutral ice. Won't go for icing, but took time, and finally, here's Hansen trying to make some moves. He dumps it down underneath the goal. He still has it. And we have a collision here mid-ice, no call. Keegan Bauman getting involved with Hansen. Hansen wanted the shot, or wanted the call, but Lane Krenzen took the shot himself. Pushing it down deep with 19, John Ribich. And Marshall loses the puck. Here comes Keegan Bauman. He gets the puck lost into his teammates' skates. This is Tyler Peterson. Excuse me, no, this is Peter Lenz. Lenz loses the puck as he is able to get it. Now Lenz tries to step up into the play. Puck's still sitting there. And finally comes away with it is number 18, Troy Schold. Comes back to the point to Krenzen. Krenzen all the way across to Liberty. Liberty trying to find the skater. We've got a penalty coming up against Champlin. Their second of the evening. Extra skater is on, but it'll be touched up by Champlin Park. And looks like we have a holding penalty coming up against, that's number 5.
Ian Coltis. He will go to the box. They killed off the first penalty of the game.
They did kill off the first penalty, but not without plenty of scoring opportunities for Marshall. Keelan Golat loses that, excuse me, that was Troy Schold losing that face-off, but the puck comes back to Marshall at the point. Krenzen dumps it down at the half wall, back to Krenzen at the point. Gets it to 20, that's Stauber. Now in the middle, one-timer by Lenz, held onto by Boynton. And Lenz really laid into that one, got everything into that stick on that one-timer. Wide open from the slot, and Boynton saw it all the way.
Beautifully set up one-timer, and you're absolutely right. Put it right in Boynton's breadbasket once again. Standing up tall there in net.
Schold wins that face-off. Now comes back to the point for Stauber. Willie Stauber at the point, gets a wide angle shot. And that one hit, I believe, off of the stick of Boynton, and then went up into the rafters here at the Champlin Ice Forum, and that drew a whistle. But that was an absolute rocket by Lane Krenzen from the wide angle shot. Another face-off win for Marshall. Comes here to Stauber. Stauber getting the tip, backhand attempt. They're jamming at it, and puck comes free. Krenzen is able to recover. Another penalty coming up, and this one's going against Marshall. Cross-check is the call. Behind the net, that cross-checking call is going to go against number 21, Levi Stauber. He doesn't like the call, but he and I believe it was Will Ellingson got caught up behind the net, and the official right there put the hand up, and we'll have 4-on-4 for the next minute 24, and then Champlin Park will get a miniature power play opportunity. Smith wins that face-off, comes back here to the point. That one's turned away by Goods. Smith chasing in the corner. 4-on-4, opens up some ice. Keegan Bauman, he spins, shoot. That one was deflected, but Goods seemed to be fooled by the slowed puck. Marshall plays it behind their own net. Breaking out is Lane Krenzen, trying to get away from Keegan Bauman. He finally does, now skates it up the left side, gets it into the zone, looking to toe drag that one all the way through, and he finally came up with it, tried to center it, but it went right back into the backside of the net. Puck comes free. There's a shot attempt wide. That was by Carter Sullivan. Champlin Park now coming back down the ice. Keegan Bauman goes against Joe Liberty. His shot goes through, turned away by Goods. 33 seconds remaining here in 4-on-4, but before Champlin takes a short power play. Hansen dishes it out to Golat. Golat gets the puck knocked off of his stick by Ellingson, now tips it forward. His number 6, this is Derek Roberts. He's there behind the net. Finally, Marshall comes away with it, tapped away by Jack Kargas. Back to Ellingson at the point, trying to create space. Dishes it off the boards. Champlin Park back at full strength. They're on their power play for the next 34 seconds. That part comes all the way through to Ellingson. Ellingson at the point. Shots, he scores! Wow. Tipped in front, but it gets past Mikhail Goods. And just like that, Champlin Park, 6 seconds into their 34-second power play, has made it 2-0.
That's right, Pete. It will be a power play goal. Ellingson takes a shot. Deflected in. It might have been deflected in, looked like. And it's 2-0 here. 8:36 to go here in the second period.
You know, just judging by the body language of the Marshall players on the ice, I think it was tipped in off of Carter Sullivan, who was out there defending Will Ellingson. And that shot elevated just enough off of Sullivan's stick or body that Mikhail Goods lost it, and it found the back of the net.
And we've been saying Goods playing a little. Oh,
Ingram picks off the pass. He shoots. That one goes wide of the net. Good opportunity for Ingram. Goods has faced 12 shots tonight. He's only made 10 saves, and none of them have been very spectacular.
Yeah, I was saying he's been a little shaky tonight, and you saw it again there. That goal that kind of it snuck by. Yes, he hit off of probably one of his own players, but tough save, I guess.
Peter Lenz makes a move, tries to go center, tried to center it to his teammate in front. No good, no connection on that pass. Ingram tries to get past Stauber. Stauber's able to reroute his path, goes into the corner and set it towards the net. Ingram gets the puck back, he's in the slot, now he's working for the backhand, and kept in there by Jeff Rylance. Marshall coming back up with the puck. That's Willie Stauber that's able to clear the zone, and then quickly tapped right back into the Marshall zone. Royce Piketty across to his teammate. Now we're going to have another penalty against Champlin. There's a shot attempt. That one by Peter Lenz. Boynton holds on, but it's another power play coming up here for the Hilltoppers.
Wow, Lenz smoked that one too, but all these shots are going right into the pads of Brennan Boynton, who's been great again.
Jeff Rylance taking the penalty for roughing. And, you know, just good positioning there by Boynton. He not giving him any spots, any place to put that one. And he's just a really solid goaltender, and it's hard to believe he's only a freshman.
Absolutely, playing very well tonight. And Champlin here, they need to stop taking these penalties, because say what you will about the score. I know it's 2-0, but Marshall's been really good on power play.
Derek Smith wins that face-off, and he pitchforks it all the way up and down the middle of the ice, down the length of the ice, and kills off at least 10 seconds of that one. Keegan Bauman and Derek Smith on the penalty kill for Champlin. And a good stick there by Keegan Bauman as he disrupts that pass, and Marshall just tries to dump it in, quickly comes back out to center ice. And Bauman with the back check on the penalty kill takes that puck away from Joe Liberty. And we're 40 seconds in, and Marshall has barely had any time in the offensive end of Champlin. Ingram now chasing down the ice, fighting for it. It's Liberty that finally comes away with it, and they'll break out of their zone, trying to gain possession. Here's Peter Lenz coming up the left side. He's looking, he looks to center to Keelan Golat. It was deflected, but Golat able to get it. Now Stauber, he's at the point. Golat Back to Stauber. Stauber shoots, deflected in front. Sullivan now circling, out to Stauber. He's looking, he shoots. That one's deflected, gets through. Boynton makes the save. Into the corner, now to Stauber. Little touch pass. There's cross-ice pass, well placed by Krenzen, but couldn't hold it, was Golat. He couldn't get it on his stick, he caught it in his skates. There's another cross-ice pass by Stauber. He gets it to Levi Stauber. Willie shoots, and that one's held on to by Boynton. 14 seconds remaining here in this power play, and Boynton is absolutely the star of this game.
Yes, he's been great all game. 22 saves on the night, and these haven't been just your run-of-the-mill saves, Pete. He's been getting peppered everywhere tonight. He's been on his stomach, on his back, doing a nice job for the Rebels.
Troy Schold against Jack Kargas. Kargas wins that faceoff. Puck comes all the way out to the point to Stauber. Less than 10 seconds in the power play. Near side to Schold. Schold centering, kicked forward towards the net. That was Lenz that made a nice play to at least keep it on the stick.
Lost his stick again.
Goalie's lost his stick, but Champlin is at full strength. Comes out to the point. Here's Stauber. Stauber shoots, had a look. Another stick goes flying. Looked like it was shot out of a potato cannon. Lenz behind the net, looking for somebody to center it to. He tries centering it off of a Champlin Park player. Well played, but he gets it back. Long pass up the middle. Here's Krenzen, makes one guy miss. Then backhanded on. There's another puck getting jammed at. It's still open. Now take around. The wraparound doesn't go. Boynton gets free, and now a penalty coming up, and it's going against Marshall. Brennan Boynton is playing on his head and coming up huge.
Yeah, take a look at the replay, Pete. Look at that. He's getting peppered, shot after shot, and there's Boynton save after save. And I think maybe a little frustration coming out on the part of Duluth Marshall here.
And you can see right there. Oh, wow. I don't agree with that call. They call Peter Lenz for the rough. And you'll see at the bottom part of the screen here, he takes a jab right there, but then he takes, I don't know, you can't call one and not the other in that situation.
I think you're right, Pete.
But Champlin will go on the power play here, up 2-0 in the second period. Keegan Bauman from the point. That shot nearly fooled Mikhail Goods. He got the blocker out there at the last possible second. Puck comes all the way around. Jeff Rylance now at the point. Bauman along with him. Ryan Ingram playing down low. Derek Smith in the middle, and Brady Swanstrom. That's the power play unit for Champlin. Puck comes out and will be played here. Duluth Marshall, 70.8% penalty killers on the season. Not a great number, but Champlin Park is only a 13.3% power play team. That's not a great number either. Ryan Ingram tries the centering pass. That one goes harmlessly to the corner. Comes all the way out of the zone, dumped back in. And Mikhail Goods doesn't even play that one very cleanly. And then finally Marshall is able to kill some time, dumps it all the way down, and Keegan Bauman there to retreat. Long pass attempt, tipped ahead. That was played by Sam Schuster, but nobody's able to control that one, and the puck comes all the way down, and Brennan Boynton plays that one and tips it back here to Keegan Bauman. 2:58 remaining in the period, 34 seconds remaining in the power play. Willie Stauber plays behind his net. He's knocked off the puck and then just dumped back around. Jackson Snee pushes it forward with a skate. Now back to the point. That was played there and put on net by number 6. That was Derek Roberts that pushed that towards the net, and finally Mikhail Goods puts the glove on it. Lost control of the air briefly and then just really just jabbed at it, and it kind of hopped up on the ice.
Champlin Park not really getting anything going here on the power play, struggling a little bit, but still 16 seconds to go. Marshall wins that faceoff
Big whack at it, comes all the way around and out of the zone. And will pretty much kill that one. Turnover in neutral ice and dump back down, and that'll definitely kill that penalty. Peter Lenz is back on the ice. Breaking out, Keegan Bauman trying to get it forward. He dumps it up, and that one will settle down, no icing. Peter Hansen tries to bank it to his teammate off the boards, but takes a soft bounce. Now comes out, big hit laid down by Quinn Victoria. Peter Lenz playing it behind the goal. Beats one defender, now gets to his open teammate behind the net. Looking, shooting, goes up, and the short angle shot misses and goes up off the netting behind the goal.
I'll take a look at the replay there.
There's some
that big
rough
hit
play
from earlier.
Yeah, that was John Ribich versus Will Ellingson, and you can definitely notice it is getting a little bit chippy out there. I think especially after that last penalty that Lenz took. I think Marshall might be thinking that they were more on the receiving end than the giving end of that penalty. Here's a shot from the point by Liberty. Liberty's shot is wide. Hansen now stepping up behind the net, gets it to his teammate. That's Carter Sullivan. Sullivan to Golat. Golat spins, now gets it back to Liberty, back to Golat. 1:27 remaining here in the period. Liberty at the point. Pass down to Sullivan. It's tipped, but Sullivan is able to come away with it. Now Liberty. He shoots off of a skate down low and tips all the way across the rink. Golat now with it against the boards, and that one's picked off by Swanstrom. And Swanstrom winning the race. He's got Ingram to his right. Gets a pass to him, and Ingram loses the puck. Mikhail Goods well out of his goal and finally comes up with it. But Ingram had a 1-on-0 attempt on Mikhail Goods, who we'd made mention of, has been shaky here tonight, and
it was a beautiful pass to him too, Pete.
Yeah, Brady Swanstrom made a great play in his own end to break it out, and then really hustled to get down there, and both defenders skated towards him. Ryan Ingram is going to be kicking himself for that one later. Face-off win for Marshall. 57 seconds remaining here in the period. Long pass to Lenz, but that one goes on net. So no icing, and Boynton wisely covers that one up. We'll get a face-off, and we'll see what if any offensive push Marshall gives here in the last 52 seconds of the second period. Face-off win goes to Marshall. Lenz controls it behind, and he gets it to his teammate, but quickly loses it off of his stick. Still in the Champlin zone. Kept in at the point. Nice play there by Cranzen. Played behind the net, and Kargas is there. He backhands it, tried to get it out, but Cranzen there to keep it in. Now a little bit harder off the boards, and it finally does come out. And Stauber's trying to circle it around. It gets caught in the skates of Lenz. And now we're about 10 seconds to go here. Long pass. Lenz tipped it up into the cage of Jack Kargas. And just kind of batting at it, both teams here at the blue line. Finally it comes loose. And that'll do it here for the end of the second period. Both teams keep up the feverish pace, but just like the first period, one goal scored, and it's Champlin Park that scores that goal.
Yeah, both goals tonight. Fortunate goals for Champlin. Kind of the right place, the right time. Bauman in the first period, the puck kind of popped over to him. He was able to put it in. The second period, the goal looked like it went off of one of the Marshall players, got behind Goods. So both goals for Champlin. I'm pretty fortunate so far.
Absolutely, you got to get a couple bounces, and Champlin's got those so far.
We call it puck luck in the business.
Yeah, they do call that puck luck. On the other end is Brendan Boynton, he's only a freshman, but he stood up tall here this evening. He has got a shutout going into the third period. We'll be back shortly here with some second period highlights, game recap, and third period action to finish this one out. Champlin Park leads 2-0, end to 2. We'll be back.
High school sports. Tune in to watch your team compete from the start of the season to sections and beyond. Watch us live on Channel 15 and on the web at QCTV.org. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date with all of the teams in the North Metro area. See it all here on QCTV.
Cedarburg puts it with the peanut butter in the top shelf. Find them the last one, and they do it again this time for the game-winning goal.
Porsche at the top of the ice, looking for space. She shoots and she scores!
Oh, she blistered that one. Cedarburg puts it with the peanut butter in the top shelf.
Shot, goal!
Front, controlled, wrister, goal!
And there are the teddy bears.
Hello and welcome to In the Game. I'm your host, Chris Carpenter. In the Game is a show that we do here at QCTV that focuses on the high school and amateur sports that we have going on in and around our four cities of Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey. Believe it or not, but the high school winter sports season is already upon us. And on this program, we are going to learn about the Champlin, Anoka, and Andover high school girls hockey teams. So let's start with the Champlin Park Rebels girls hockey team. A year ago, the Rebels finished with a 7-10-1 record in the always competitive Northwest Suburban Conference. And the team is looking to build off of that record this year. Let's take a look at the 15-16 Rebels girls hockey team.
Good, scoot this way just a touch. Bingo, right there is good. And then give me the big smile. Little attitude, a lot of smile. There it is. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Picture day! Yeah!
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Good smile. Nice job.
We have a lot of girls returning, so we have a lot of chemistry on this team this year, and we're hoping for a really good year. Last year we started out really well, went 5-0 I think, or 6-0 in the beginning of the season. We played really well when we worked together, so last year what we really emphasized is teamwork, and I think that that'll be a key thing this year as well.
We're excited with what we have out here. We feel like we got some depth coming back at forward from last year, and a couple of our defensemen that we have back from last year, Jordan Trapp, Eric Varel. Some of them are, and Megan Shuck are ready to take that next step forward for us.
I played JV my 8th grade year, and coming up from JV to varsity was a big step because the girls are bigger, they're much faster, they shoot harder, they make faster decisions. Like you can tell that the girls know where to put the puck before they even have it, so it's a big step.
Goal! Deflected in front by Martinson.
I'm very excited for the season, for us to score goals, beat teams. I think we're going to do very well against the teams this year. I feel like we have a good advantage against them. We've been improving a lot since captain's practice and tryouts. We've been working very hard. So I think we'll keep improving throughout the season, and the younger girls, they're going to step it up.
We have a few seniors, a few juniors, a few softs, a couple 9th graders too. That should crack the lineup a little bit this year for us as well. You know, we're going to be right there in the mix with everybody. The kids play hard, they have big hearts, and they're ready to get going every night for us, and they come prepared for what's going to happen.
Champlin and the goal!
Nice. You know, with girls hockey being on about its 20th year, I mean, I think you're just starting to really see the skill and the grace that these kids have out on the ice. As you know, girls hockey has evolved so much from the first time we started back in 1995-96 time to the time we're at now, that, you know, it's just a great game to watch, and I encourage people to come out and watch it and see really how good the girls game has become.
When fans come, like for our student section, if they come to watch our game, we get really pumped because they do like cheers for us, and then it gets more intense. So I don't know, I like when fans come.
We're trying to create a really positive environment this year, just fun, loving, love hockey, and we want to work hard but also have fun. So if we can just combine those two things together, we're going to have a great season.
One more. 1, 2, 3.
The Anoka girls hockey schedule is already underway, and although they dropped a close one to start the season, they have high hopes for 2015-16.
We're really working on our offensive end. We've been going through our defensive end and neutral zone, and we've just kind of been getting down the concept of how our team meshes together, especially with the new coach this year. We have to kind of figure out what his coaching style is like. So right now we're just going through defensive, neutral zone, and offensive, and just working on our forechecks and making sure that everybody has their positioning down and everybody knows where they're supposed to go and at what time they're supposed to go.
Yeah, well, the team this year, I've just gotten to know them for a week. I'm new on the job, but seems like they're very coachable, and they have a lot of good speed, and so I think that's a lot to work with. When we start the beginning of the season, we really try to focus on our own end of the rink, so we work a lot on repetition, passing, breakouts, different decision making based on what's being thrown at us defensively and all that. And we also work a lot in our own end defending, and so a lot of D-zone coverage and responsibilities and things of that nature. So that's one of our primary focuses during the year is team defense, and we just feel that anybody can play defense if they concentrate, focus, work hard enough.
With our new coach this year, he is taking our team forward. We are doing harder practices, more ice time, more dry land that is harder, more work. We're just working more as a team and faster pace. I do feel like the team is getting stronger with each practice.
We have 9 seniors and we have only 1 freshman, so the team is a pretty middle-aged team. We have a lot of fast girls, a lot of girls that can shoot pretty hard and are pretty scrappy in the corners, and I think we're going to be really great this year, and we're going to work hard every game.
The center two gets it. There's a backhand and a goal! Gimo did a great job of sustaining possession of that puck, turned her back to the defender, and then sent a backhand on, and the goal was scored by number 7, Cassie Berkey.
For the seniors this year, I think some kids that want to go out and make a point are Cassie Berkey, certainly. She's a forward real grinder out there, works the corners well, good in front of the net. Taylor Kins playing some center and defense for us this year. She's definitely a stronger skater on the team. Courtney Thorpe's another defender back there, very solid, one-on-ones and all. And I think we just have a lot of moxie, swagger, and we're going to try and just improve this year from our season last year.
Team bonding is huge. It makes or breaks your team. Us as a team, we get together off the ice all the time. We do Feed My Starving Children as a team. We go out to eat, taco night. We do lots of team bonding. We get together Saturday nights, go to the guys' hockey games after together. Just as a team in general, we're always there for each other. We have our own group chat. We have pasta feeds every day before a game. We're always together.
Here's a chance now for Anoka. Backhand. Goal!
I feel like our school is very supportive in coming out and coming to our games, especially the boys. They like to watch our games and we like to watch their games. And it's a big part of the Anoka family is all the schools or the school sports. We go out and we watch each other play. And so I feel like with the parents as well and the student section, it gets the fans pretty hyped up.
The Andover girls hockey team had a tremendous run last year to get to the state tournament. The team finished 6-10-2 in the Northwest Suburban, but showed that it's most important to play your best at the end of the year. The Huskies hope that success continues in 15-16.
The Andover Huskies girls hockey team is coming off another successful season, a season in which they made it back to the state tournament for a 2nd consecutive year.
Gimo did a great job of sustaining possession of that puck, turned her back to the defender, and then sent a backhand on, and the goal was...
The 2015-16 Huskies will look to be just as competitive this year. We had a chance to talk to Michelle Holmes, who talked about the upcoming season.
Our main goal is to win sections and hopefully get to that state tournament again. And this year we hopefully will get into the championship game is our goal.
The Huskies have a great mix of veterans coming back this year and have gotten off to a pretty good start this season.
Backhand. Goal! Budarak will get their first whack at it. Sadeh has it. She tries to pull the trigger on a shot, and that's disrupted. Held in left point. Deflection through and the goal! Sadeh puts that one through.
The Northwest Suburban Conference is always competitive, and this year will be no different. So the Huskies will know that they have to keep working hard to accomplish their goals.
I think we just need to keep humble a little bit. I think that we all have our eye on state right now, but we all need to just remember there's a whole season ahead of us, and we are going to work really hard on our D-zone and get a little stronger, because right now we've had some collapse, and that's how we're getting our goals scored on us. So once we figure that out, I think we'll be stronger.
In the ice, and the goal! Have they lit it up or what here in this third period? 4 unanswered goals.
Well, that's it for this edition of In the Game. If you want more In the Game or more information regarding our sports schedules, or if you want to check out any of our sports or government programming, go to our website, www.qctv.org. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Carpenter, and we'll see you next time in the game.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No?
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family?
This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything.
Oh, sorry.
Go long, son.
it's always worth it.
Whoa, master!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
2-0 lead after 2 for the Champlin Park Rebels. They're home hosting the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. Pete Anderson joined by Chris Carpenter. And Chris, you know, we said it after the first period, and it's the same thing. Champlin Park not necessarily playing better than Duluth Marshall. They're just taking advantage of their opportunities.
I'll tell you one person that's been playing really well. That's Brendan Boynton at goal. 31 saves so far through 2 periods for the freshman goaltender. Has been fantastic. There you got to look at the second goal. Came in the second period there. Will Ellingson. And that was an unusual goal too, Pete. He took a shot. It looked like it deflected off of one of the players for Marshall. And he got his second goal of the season in the end. Boynton, 18 saves in the second period. Just incredible.
Yeah, it's a great game so far by Boynton. And looking over the stats, his season stats, I mean, we talked about him coming in, how good he's played. 90% save percentage, 3.14 goals against average tonight. He's been perfect, and he's looking for his first shutout of the season. I don't mean to jinx it, but that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, first shutout of career as a freshman. And I'll say this. You look at his stats, 8-10 win-loss record. You got to remember, these guys came out of the gate. They were not good. I think they lost their first 5 games. They struggled. They stuck with Boynton, though, and they're 6-6 right now in their league in the Northwest Suburban Conference, the schedule they play there. So he's been very good for this team. He's doing it again tonight. I mean, he's been on his back. He's been on his stomach, making save after save. He's looked really good. And if you're Marshall right now, you can't be that, upset with the effort. 31 shots on goal, and I'll tell you, these are not just shots. These are all quality shots that they're putting up there against Boynton, and he's been up to the task so far.
He definitely has, and you look at some of the shots that have gone in on Mikhail Goods and the Duluth Marshall team, and we talked about it in the intermission as to whether maybe it's worthwhile to get another look here in the third period, try and at least squeak one by, and hopefully the goaltender can help you at least keep it close. Because you give up that third goal, and you know that the wind's going to come out of the sails of the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers.
Yeah, and on the other end of that, right now, with the way Boynton's playing, these guys on offense have a lot more confidence than the Rebels do. So expect them to come out with high energy, try to get that third goal, and put it away early here in the third period. And one of the notes I had written down, it's unfortunate to say, but you're going to have to give even more help to Goods. He's been so shaky tonight, and the goals that have went in have been, questionable. So I think, you know, it kind of hinders the Marshall players not being able to play as, you know, hard as they want to here in the third period on offense, because they're going to have to be back and, you know, give Goods a little bit more help.
You know, one thing I've noticed here, each of the first two periods by the Champ Park Rebels, they treat each period, end of each period, like it's a, you know, like it's a win. They go down, they greet Boynton in his crease, and they, you know, let him know he did a good job. Third period underway. Derek Smith wins that faceoff, quickly tapped into the Marshall zone by Ryan Ingram, and Krenzen taps that forward to Peter Lenz, and it's tapped back into the zone. Here comes Krenzen. Lane Krenzen splits the defense. He shoots. That one goes up and over Boynton and the net all together. Centering pass by Krenzen. Couldn't find Lenz. Keelan Golat can't hold the zone. And there's a shot from the blue, just outside the blue line by Brady Swanstrom. That gets turned away by Goods. Ingram chasing in the half wall. Marshall comes away with that. Golat gets it up to Levi Stauber. And tap forward, getting a change are the Hilltoppers forwards. Champ Park breaking out of their zone. Derek Smith looking, trying to get a pass. It's picked off. Puck is open in front. Finally coming away with it. Marshall trying to find an open skater using the boards. Liberty down low, cross ice. Pass is picked up and comes out of the zone. Well played by Swanstrom to break up that play, and then we have an offside call. Dangerous play there as there was an interception in front of Boynton, and then defender fell down. That was number 8, Jeff Rylance, and just really no good opportunity, no good shot taken on Boynton as in that mad scramble for the puck. Schold wins the faceoff, comes back to Stauber at the red line. He dumps it all the way in and then kept in by his defense mate. That's Peter Hansen chasing it in the corner. Players from each team, and Carter Sullivan playing a little back and forth with Schold, jumping into the play on the near side. That's number 6, Derek Roberts. Puck finally comes out. That's number 16, Rudy Erickson. He gets it out to the point. One-timer. Easy save there off the stick of Stauber. Now here comes Kargas. Kargas one-on-one. The shot gets blocked. And it goes to the corner. Now Stauber looking forward. Breaks out, gets it to Peterson. Peterson up the middle. That's to Sullivan. Sullivan tries to put on the brakes, loses the puck, and it comes out of the zone. Krenzen gets it up to his teammate and then is lost at neutral ice. Krenzen comes back down with it. Long pass, tipped forward by Peterson and into the zone. John Ribich behind the net. Regains puck control and then quickly taken away from him by Will Ellingson. Still not out of the Champlin zone. Fighting for it's Ribich. And then finally comes out to Marshall skater. Just dumped back down to the other corner. Krenzen tries to put that one on net, misses. Sits behind the net briefly. Centering pass is blocked. And that's Peterson that had a close attempt. Krenzen's shot goes high and wide, but it stays in the zone. A lot of time spent in the Champlin Park zone here to start the third period. We're almost 3.5 minutes in, and Champlin Park has only had the puck in Marshall zone for maybe 25 seconds. Otherwise, it's been all Marshall here in the zone, but not really holding possession like they have in the first 2 periods. There's a shot, gets tipped up in. Another backhand attempt, and Boynton right there once again.
He has such good vision, Pete. I don't know how he sees that puck as it's coming in there, but there he is again with a pad save.
That puck was bouncing, and then at the last second tipped up, and it caught the very top of his leg pad, and he makes the save. I mean, we said it earlier, that's puck luck. I mean, there's another half an inch on the elevation off the ice on that one, and it's in the net. It's a 2-1 game. Instead, Boynton, he's in good position. He gets the pad out there. He makes the save. Marshall got to be shaking the heads a little bit. Off the faceoff, Keegan Bauman pushes one towards the net. It misses wide. Crenson tries to just dump it to Lenz, and then Bauman turns and fires. It's turned away easily by the stick of Mikhail Goods. Crenson makes a man miss behind his net. Now he gets it out to his teammate. That's number 21, Levi Stauber. Stauber goes for the center, goes off the side of the net. Now comes back out to the point. Long pass, that's blocked in front. And Keegan Bauman holds and gets a long pass. That's Derek Smith. Slap shot goes up and over Mikhail Goods in the net off the back glass. And that one touches the netting, and we'll get a stoppage in play. But you take a look at the head coach from each team, Brendan Flaherty. For Duluth Marshall, Pat Janison of Champlin Park. And it's a, at this point, you know, Champlin, they're just trying to hold on. They're not trying to do anything too crazy. Marshall might have to start taking some risks. Puck played behind the net of Marshall, but not out. Kargas chasing, and finally the puck comes into possession. Knocked off the stick briefly of Rudy Erickson, but they gain the Champlin Park zone. Comes out here to Peter Hansen, and he dumps it back down. Erickson chasing into the corner. He gets there first, overskates it. Comes out to the point. Joe Liberty fans on it, and now we've got a 3-on-2 opportunity for Champlin, but the pass to Derek Roberts was outside his reach. Now coming back up, here's Carter Sullivan trying to make a move, and the puck's taken off of his stick. Good play by Ellingson. And there's one pitchforked up and out of the zone and into the scorer's box. Everybody's okay.
Yeah, both teams a little sloppy here in the third period. Passes not connecting. Nothing really happening on either side offensively. Champlin, like you say, just kind of trying to hang on here.
Face-off win goes to Champlin, and trying to keep that in is Stauber, and
I don't know.
The official says the puck crossed over the blue line.
That was a close one.
And we'll have a face-off. Connor Johnson taking this one against Ty Miklish. Stauber gets off the face-off. Face-off win from Connor Johnson. Now dumps it all the way down in. Comes back to the point. That's Crenson. Crenson back here to Stauber. Stauber takes a shot. Goes up off the stick and into the netting. That's an easy save for Brendan Boynton.
Yeah, Boynton there once again. I got to say, you think winning face-off after face-off like this would pay off at some point for Marshall. And yeah, their head coach, Flaherty, I saw him biting his lip earlier. He must be just thinking to himself, what more do we got to do?
Not much you can do. I mean, they've won face-offs. They've won the possession battle. They've held zones. Here's a shot, goes up the middle. Toe save by Boynton. That shot tipped off of Cranson's stick, and still nothing can beat him. There's another shot by Cranson. It goes wide. Stauber pushes it down low. There's Lenz. He's been out all over the ice tonight. That shot attempt from wide angle blocked by Ellingson. Coming back down, trying to get a tip on ice to Lenz, and that one doesn't work. Here comes Brady Swanstrom dishing it deep. Keegan Bauman right there behind Stauber, Willie Stauber. Stauber gets it to Levi. Levi Stauber now taking it into the Champlin Park zone. It gets knocked off of his stick. But Crenson there to pick up the pieces on the loose puck. Holds possession, gets it all the way across ice, can't find the stick of Peter Lenz. Gets lost in the skates of Keelan Golat. And now here comes Keegan Bauman all alone. Can't get it until after the goal line. Tries to get a wide angle shot. Almost an opportunity for Kargas, but he couldn't settle the puck down on a stick as he had a wide open net in front of him. Peter Lenz trying to turn that long pass into a breakaway, but gets knocked back in. Now Lenz comes up, and there's Jackson Sneed to knock it right back towards Marshall's end. Pushing forward for Marshall. The Hilltoppers trying to get something going here. Under 10 minutes to play in the third period. They're down 2-0. Puck gets knocked off. Good defense there again by Champlin Park. Long shot on net. Takes a quick hop right before Mikhail Goods. He feels that one like a shortstop. Looked like a pro there.
Looked like an Andover ace right there at shortstop.
Or a St. Francis Saint.
Could be, could be. You know, Pete, I got to say here, Marshall's got to come out with a little bit more urgency at this point. I know it's 9 minutes to go, but the way they're playing, it's just, they need to get one pretty soon here.
Schold wins that faceoff, gets it back to Liberty. Now playing it up and breaks out of their zone. Textbook breakout. Puck comes loose off the stick of Jackson Snee. Schold chasing. He steals it off the stick of Snee, and then it's quickly tapped back towards Snee by Ty Miklish. Now here comes an opportunity, and played off the stick of Mikhail Goods, as that was number 5, Ian Coltis, chasing, bearing down on Goods. This puck dumped down deep. 2 Marshall skaters there to take it. They come away with it. I think that's Carter Sullivan. He looks for an opportunity, trying to find Tyler Peterson. Puck is, and they're called a hand pass, which I disagree with, because Tyler Peterson played it and got a piece of it before Carter Sullivan tried to take it off of his stick. The official right there makes the call, and it's a big one because in the zone, that means it comes all the way back down into Marshall zone.
Yeah, the amateur linesman too out there. Kind of heard a groan from the crowd.
Peterson was the one that had the hand pass, and he touched it first, and he still called it. Ends the threat. Marshall now in their zone. Picked off behind the net briefly. I believe that's Micah Chamberlain. Good play by him. Dealt back into the zone by Sam Schuster. Keegan Bauman, Chamberlain, and Schuster on the ice as forwards on the forecheck. Can't get it out of the zone, Ken Marshall. Here's another one. Here's Bauman. Nearly got that puck right in the same spot that he scored from in the first period. Now Stauber tips it forward. Here's an opportunity. Peterson shoots. Wide angle, it goes in! Score! There goes the shutout. Goal is John Ribich, as the rebound fell right in front of him in the crease.
Well, it took him 37 shots on goal, and you know, just finally one gets past Boynton. Nice shot. A little bit of a rebound there, and there was Marshall able to clean up.
Yeah, great spot for Ribich. He skated hard, got there all the way, and sometimes it's those wide angle shots. Marshall's taken plenty of them tonight. This time it was just a weird rebound that settled down right in front of Ribich, and he easily puts that in the net. It's a 1-goal game, 7:50 to play. New life for Duluth Marshall. John Marshall, that's on the other end of the state. Duluth Marshall now trailing 2-1. They win the faceoff, retreat back into their zone, and now look to move forward. There's 21, Levi Stauber. He's moved up onto the top line. It's Keelan Golat, Levi Stauber, and Peter Lenz playing together.
Still a lot of time in this game, Pete. Plenty of time.
Off of Lenz skate, and Champlin, that's Ryan Ingram that makes that one get all the way back down into the Marshall end. And kept in at the point. Well played by Max Shellum. Puck comes out, and there's Will Ellingson turn around and put it through. Gaining the zone is Marshall, getting it to Peter Lenz. Nice move up the middle, and he shoots. And I think Brighton Boynton thought that one got past him, because he absorbed that one pretty well into the chest pad, but he looked back because he thought it got through.
Beautiful move, but there he was once again. Boynton right into his stomach, and you're right, he didn't know where it went, but he makes the save and keeps this a 1-goal game.
Had a little bit of a scuffle after that whistle, but no penalties called, and still 5-on-5 here. 6:53 now remaining. Champlin, Derek Smith wins that faceoff. Comes all the way around on the boards, stepping up into play. We got a penalty coming up. We got a trip coming up. Yeah, this is going against Marshall, and that's number 16, Rudy Erickson. That's an ill-timed penalty, something they can't really afford right now.
You're right, Pete. Unfortunate timing for Marshall. There's 6:46 to go here in the third period. And you got to figure Champlin, if they get a goal here, that could pretty much ice it.
Absolutely. We'll see a 5-on-4. Derek Smith, Brady Swanstrom, Ryan Ingram up there. Keegan Bauman moves back to the point, and it's Jeff Rylance as the other member of the D team.
Now Champlin did score on their last power play. It was that unusual goal by Ellingson, but they did score.
Face-off win by Smith, gets it back to Bauman, but quickly recovered by Krenzen, and he dumps it all the way down point and plays it to his defenseman. Here's Rylance starting to break out. Smith's pass too far in front of Ingram, and that's going to be icing. And we'll come on down, and that'll kill off a little bit of time here for Marshall.
Well, this could be an opportunity for Marshall, too, if they win the face-off here and get a quick shot.
Schold wins that face-off. Quickly came out to Levi Stauber, but he couldn't get his stick on the puck. Champlin Park takes over. Oh, here's Schold with the steal. Looking to center. Nobody there, and now here comes Brady Swanstrom with numbers and speed. Playing back behind the play is Peter Hansen and that's Lane Krenzen, top two defensemen for Marshall. Krenzen can't get it out. Swanstrom is there to dump it right back down. Hansen behind his net. He'll play it up off the boards. At center ice, it's picked off, and as Schold was heading to the bench, he taps it forward a little bit. Champlin Park can't gain the zone. Finally, it's dumped down deep. Krenzen will touch up, backhand it back up the boards, and comes all the way out to center ice. Champlin Park has to touch up for offsides, and goes right down the middle. So that clearing attempt by Krenzen. Marshall skaters there on the forecheck couldn't make it happen shorthanded, but does kill off another 10-15 seconds of penalty time. Golat recovers the puck behind his goal, and he puts a saucer all the way up there. Lenz chasing, less than 5 seconds to go here in the penalty. Erickson will be stepping on the ice, and he's on full strength, and Marshall now 2 for 3 on the penalty kill here this evening. Taking it all the way below the zone, trying to find Lenz. Lenz shoots, he scores! An absolute missile beats Brennan Boynton, and it's a tie game off the stick of Peter Lenz.
Peter Lenz has been really good all game for Marshall. You could just tell eventually, if he keeps getting those opportunities, one was going to go in, and he did just that. Ties this game up with 4:31 to go in the third period.
Not to go unmentioned was that play by Willie Stauber, stepping up into the play from the defense, from the point, and taking it all the way around the net, getting the defenseman Will Ellingson to chase, and it leaves Lenz wide open. And when you're in that spot and you've got a shot like Peter Lenz does, when you're Brennan Boynton, there's really nothing you can do.
Yeah, he's been so good up to this point as well. But you can kind of see here that Champlin's just trying to hang on instead of trying to win the game. And on the other side, Marshall's come out and they've really put the pressure on. They've looked really good. The energy level at a different level here in the third period. And you can see why the score is now tied 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. We got a timeout called here just to kind of regroup. 4:31 left. And, you know, it's going to be a situation here, Chris, where you know, for Champlin, really, they need the luck. They need that bounce to go their way because they've really been struggling at creating their own type of offense. On the Marshall side, they've created offense all night. They just haven't been able to find the goal until, you know, the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's now been the difference maker. We're tied here, 2-2, 4:31 to play.
Yeah, you can kind of see the difference between the two teams. Marshall looks very polished with their game. They can set up their offense. They do a nice job on the penalty kill as well. And you kind of knew with all their opportunities that they had that eventually a couple of these were going to go in. And here we are, 2-2.
Connor Johnson wins that faceoff for Marshall. They've scored 2 straight goals and have all the momentum on their side. Puck comes down. It's played back behind the Champlin net. Trying to clear it out is Champlin. They can't do it. There's a shot from the point. Boynton holds on. That shot off the stick of Peter Hansen, and that one stayed low on Boynton. Most of the other shots that Hansen's taken have gone well high. This time he finds the target, but Boynton is there to preserve the tie.
Yeah, Marshall playing with a lot more confidence after these couple of goals. They're putting it on net here now.
Schold loses that faceoff to Kargas, but Marshall comes up with it quickly. In the center, another backhand attempt. There's Boynton making a great save. The puck was bouncing around a little bit. Thought for a minute Peter Hansen was going to have another clear shot, but he got it in down low, and as the puck bounced around, it was the backhand shot by Schold that got in on Boynton, and he had to fall on that one as he was ready to give up a big rebound. Face-off win to Marshall. That one's a wide angle shot. Boynton turns it away. Gave up another rebound there. Goes for the centering attempt, does Marshall, and finally cleared out, and that's going to be an icing all the way down here in the Marshall end, and we'll come right back down. And I'm typically a believer that momentum's not a real thing in sports, but we're seeing something probably trying to prove me opposite here tonight.
You might want to believe tonight, P. I think we got momentum going here for Marshall.
Face-off win goes to Champlin. That's a big one for them. Comes back to the point, kept in. There's a shot taken by Stauber that's saved by Boynton. Kicked away with the pad. Then kept in by Liberty. Center attempt, stick was lifted with Schold, but he still is able to hold on to the possession. Down below the net, centering attempt. Schold couldn't get it all the way in on net. Stauber, he shoots. That one's tipped by Schold. That one goes up and over the net. Sullivan hitting that puck against the boards. Schold trying to come away with it. Sullivan ends up coming away, gets it to the point. Here's Liberty. Liberty's wrister. That one's tipped and goes wide. Dump back down below the red line. Jackson C recovers, tries to wrap it all the way around. Liberty doesn't get the net, but takes the hit, but it doesn't get cleared out. And finally, it comes free. Here's Derek Roberts. Not much space, and that one gets deflected up and over the rafters and into the netting.
2:54 to go here in the third, and I'd say right now Marshall's dominating the game at this point. They're getting what they want on offense. They're getting some pretty good scoring opportunities, tipping pucks. There's guys in front of the net. Champlin's not knocking them out of the way. And they're going to have to turn around, the Rebels are, if they want to stay in this game.
Well, you know, the other positive there for Duluth Marshall is Mikhail Goods hasn't had to face a decent shot. And here we got an opportunity to Peter Lenz. He's already got one on the night. He scored the game tire. Will Ellingson rides him off the puck. Great play defensively. Gets it up to Ingram, and he clears the zone. But Mikhail Goods, he has not had to face a decent shot in probably the last 10 minutes of game time. Couple of nice moves there by Peter Hansen, getting it into the zone, but Champlin Park takes over. Keegan Bauman now surveying and trying to just dish it up here. Dishes it to Ingram, but can't connect. There's another puck that's tipped and goes all the way to the far corner. Hansen plays it past Kargas. Now Golat trying to get it up to Lenz. Comes free. Hansen getting it to Krenzen. Puck comes free. Ellingson now plays it. He gets it up to Swanstrom with space. Swanstrom dishes it back to Kargas. Kargas tries to center, and that one is taken away by Tyler Peterson. Now here comes Ribic. Ribic scored a goal here tonight earlier in this period. He tries to go around the net. holds onto the puck all the way through. And finally it's taken away by Sam Schuster. But just like that, Marshall coming all the way back. Centering attempt, Ribic trying to get another one, going to the net hard. It's turned away by Boynton. Puck behind the net now. Ribic takes down a player, no call. Smith fighting for it. Comes back to the point, and Stauber can't hold the zone. Puck free in front of the net. Multiple players going for it, and no goal. Mikhail Goods, there's just no words.
I'm not sure what happened there. The puck somehow slipped through about 3 or 4 guys. And look at Goods there. He just jumped like a phantom shot. Luckily for him, it went out the net went off the moorings.
He was well out of position. If there would have been any Champlin Park player with the puck, and it didn't, the net didn't come off the moorings, he's just leaves the goal wide open. Ellingson winds up. That one's turned away. Good save there by Goods. Now here comes Peter Lenz trying to get it by Ellingson, and another good play defensively.
Ellingson got smashed into the boards.
Yeah, Lenz absolutely crushes, and he's going to take a penalty for that one.
Dumb penalty.
That's a charging penalty.
Arguing his case with the ref right now, but I don't know.
Excuse me, boarding. They're going to call that one. It's a 5-minute major.
I have to agree. He crushed Ellingson into the boards.
That was a dangerous hit. As we trainer coming onto the bench, and we'll take a look at Ellingson. But here's the thing: is now we're going to have the rest of obviously regulation will be a power play for Champlin. Then we'll go to overtime, and that's going to be 5-on-4 for Champlin.
I think what might have happened there, Lenz, it was 2 consecutive times he was trying to make a rush towards the net, and Ellingson kind of picked his pocket both times. Maybe frustration boiled over a little bit, and with frustration comes dumb mistakes, and here we are.
Absolutely. Derek Smith taking the face-off. He's got Ingram and Swanstrom outside the circle. Keegan Bauman and Jeff Rylands at the point. Puck comes back to the point in Rylands. Stauber holding the puck there. They're just willing to hold that one against the boards. Rylands comes away with it. Lets that one go. Big rebound given up by Goods. Bauman at the point. He lets that one go. That one's taken down by his own teammate in Swanstrom. Swanstrom a little hobbled, but he'll stay on the ice. Bauman to Smith to Swanstrom. Gets through Stauber, but couldn't get it all the way through, and then cleared out by Krenzen and all the way down, and that'll do it for the 3rd period. And we're tied. We get some overtime.
Free hockey, we call it in the business. And
free hockey.
I gotta say, Pete, great energy. Nice job by Duluth Marshall coming back here in the 3rd period. Lenz scoring his 9th of the goal to tie it up, 9th of the year to tie it up. But my goodness, they're going to have to really play defense here. What we're seeing from Goods and net, it just seems like an off night, but they're sticking with them. And now power play here in overtime. And if you're Champlin, you got to come out and you got to pepper them. You got to go right away.
Absolutely, you got to take every chance you can. If you're Champlin right now and you're Coach Pat Johnston, what are you telling your players, especially coming out to the power play?
Well, I'd say first things first. Let's win a couple of faceoffs here, boys, and then as quickly as we can, as many shots as we can, go right after Goods, because right now I just feel like he's struggling. I think everybody in the building knows it. Woods himself probably knows it. So Champlin needs to come out and put as many shots as they can. Let's not waste time. You go after him right away.
Yeah, you have to really be saying there is no such thing as a bad shot right now. Anything that you can put towards the net, get a deflection, get a bouncing puck, get something where that puck changes eye levels, because he's having a tough time finding that puck.
And that's what's been incredible of this game. I know it's 2-2, but Pete, you probably agree with me on this. I can't remember a time where Champlin's actually set up an offense or had the puck in their offensive zone, where, you know, they've been able to get a few different shots. It seems like everything that they've had, even their 2 goals were definitely fortunate goals.
Yeah, there's the third period goals for Marshall. The first coming off the stick of John Ribich. He caught the rebound shot that was put towards the net. And then the second one, great feed by Willie Stauber, finds Peter Lenz in the slot. And he rifled that one past Brenton Boynton, who, you know, we haven't talked about him much in the last 5 minutes, but let's be honest, he's faced 42 shots tonight. Yeah. And, you know, without that late rush by Marshall, he's looking at a shutout, and he's definitely the story of the game. There's the fan of the game. Yeah. Enjoying some popcorn. Looks like out to the hockey game with Dad.
And she gets to enjoy a little free hockey. Good for her.
She's seen an absolutely great game, and she's probably hoping that home team pulls this one out.
You know, something I had written down too, Pete. It seemed like all the saves that Boynton had, who's been terrific tonight, don't get me wrong, but they were all low. And I thought, if Marshall is going to do anything out there, they've shot it into his pads long enough. They need to get some lift on these shots, and they did that with their 2 goals. They weren't low. They didn't get. You're not getting through the pads. You're not getting through the 5-hole tonight on Boynton. You're going to have to get some lift on your shots, and a couple of goals, maybe they're starting to figure something out against them.
Well, another thing to think about, and I always bring it up in the second period, but in this 8-minute overtime, it's the long switch. So we do see the goalies switch to the other end, so it's just like the second period.
You enjoy that.
I do. You always hope that it doesn't affect a team, that long switch, or keep them from doing it, but it is a part of the game. Puck comes into the zone, quickly played out by Krenzen, and Champlin on the power play retreats. Rylance gets it to Smith. Smith pushes it forward. Played behind the net by Goods. Goods trying to play the puck, and good hustle by Swanstrom to not let him run it up the boards. Long pass goes across to Bauman. Luckily goes off his skate, otherwise it would have come out of the zone. And then long puck, and that's a high stick there by Bauman.
Uh-oh.
And face-off will just come down into the Champlin zone as he played that off the high stick. If it would have gone off the high stick, and I believe that was Golat that was chasing, and he would have played it, it would have been play on. But some new penalty killers out there for Marshall. Hilltoppers trying to get it off the face-off. Carter Sullivan nearly had a chance to make a move, but Champlin regains possession. Now Keegan Bauman to Rylance. Up forward to Smith. That one's intercepted. And here comes Carter Sullivan. He's trying to get a lane. He shoots. That one goes up and off of Boynton over the net. Good opportunity, short-handed. Trying to end this game was Carter Sullivan. Sullivan takes down Bauman. Now here comes Smith with speed up the far side. Gets around one defender, puts it on net. Bounces around a little bit, but Mikhail Goods comes up with the save, puts the glove on it, gets the whistle. 3:11 remaining here in the power play, 6:50 remaining in the overtime period.
Goods making a save when he has to, and keeping the team in the game. Carter Sullivan, by the way, he looks huge. He's only a freshman.
Yeah, he's a big body guy, and yeah, there's Will Ellingson. Loses control a little bit, loses his head a little bit. Brings it out of the zone, and now we'll have an offside. Face-off, neutral ice. Kargas versus Connor Johnson. Connor Johnson's been very solid in the face-off circle here this evening, but Kargas wins that one, gets it back to Ellingson. Ellingson winds and fires that one deep into the zone. Roberts tries to get it in. Jackson Snee ends up holding the zone. Schuster pushes it all the way around. Krenzen can't get a hold of it. And Kargas now gets it back to Roberts. Roberts looking. Schuster got it, had an open look, but was deflected in front and comes back here to Ellingson. Ellingson now gives it back to Roberts. Roberts creating space, and he loses the puck. And there's Stauber. Now he's got space and speed. Trying to get around Ellingson. He fires it deep and gets back to the bench. Marshall doing a full change. Puck comes all the way back down, and Snee has to play it back to Ellingson. Ellingson moving it forward, trying to get around Golat. Gets it into the zone. Hansen retreats back, plays it hard off the glass, and that'll get past Ingram and all the way down past the red line. And a good forecheck there by Marshall. And then there's Derek Smith. Now he's got speed. He picked out that pass. He's going all the way himself. Centers that pass, and it's just out of the reach of Brady Swanstrom. Joe Liberty gets it, tries to clear the zone, can't get it all the way out yet. Now Rylance puts a shot attempt. He was trying to look for a deflection as that went well wide. Swanstrom gives up the puck. And flung all the way down the ice by Levi Stauber. And on net on the Boynton, he had to play that one. There's a bad pass behind Bauman. Luckily, Carter Sullivan couldn't get there in time. Bauman loses his edge. Gets the puck taken away from him. They flip it back down. Now under 1 minute 10 seconds to go in this power play. This 5-minute major taken by Peter Lenz with 30+ seconds left in regulation. A 5-minute major for boarding. Carter Sullivan nearly right there to take that one in and all the way on his own. The Marshall bench is screaming for a penalty. They think Troy Schold was tripped, and I think if he would have actually stayed down, they might have gotten the call, but he popped right back up and tried to, and still played the puck. Schuster gets it at center ice, gets it to Kargas. Kargas all alone, and then he takes a shot, deflected off of Willie Stauber's stick and into the netting. 30 seconds left in this power play for Champlin. A 5-minute power play for Champlin, and really haven't come up with a ton of opportunities. They had one centering opportunity off of Derek Smith's stick that Brady Swanstrom couldn't get. Another one where Derek Smith backhanded it, and Mikhail Goods was able to handle the rebound himself. Face-off win for Marshall. They'll clear it, gets all the way down, and now they have a rush. Looking, shot, that's blocked by Bauman. Nice play by him on the shot attempt by, that was number 16, Rui Erickson. Now here comes Keegan Bauman. He comes up with speed, he gets wide, and he shoots. That one's easily taken care of by Mikhail Goods. 7 seconds remaining, and that one's flung up and out of the zone. It'll trickle all the way down in the Champlin Park zone, and that does it for the 5-minute penalty. Peter Lenz is back on the ice. Will Ellingson brings it up, fires it deep. Ingram loses the puck. Here comes Lenz. He's got speed, he's in front, he's got to get the puck on his stick. He loses it, but he gains it, keeps it on his stick around the net. Now gets it to his teammate down low. Looking, that was Golat. Shot taken by Krenzen. And Smith gives up the body. Stauber.
That was a hard hit.
Rides Ingram off the puck and punishes him into the boards. That one was clean. Ingram immediately goes to the bench, leaves his stick on the ice. On the other end, Lenz fighting with two Champlin Park players. Golat finally jumps in. Smith is one of them. Now Lenz comes away with the puck. Looking to center, gets it to the point. That's Stauber. Now over here, Krenzen, he shoots it. That one stays low and is turned away by Boynton. Puck gets put out to center. Krenzen just taps at it, and then it comes back down into the Marshall zone. Hilltoppers now with a little bit of extra step in their, little hop in their step. Here's a pass connected up front. And we're gonna have an offside. Could have called an intentional offside there as that shot was taken from outside the zone. Here's a shot attempt taken from Champlin Park's end. That was Ian Coltis, and that was turned away by Mikhail Goods. Now here comes Carter Sullivan, and he gets knocked off the puck. Kargas trying to split the D. Hansen steps in. Well out of position was Mikhail Goods as he tried to go get a puck that was definitely not going in. Left the puck, or the net wide open, and as he tried to recover, he knocked the net off its moorings.
Goods right now, look at this. He tried stabbing at the puck. Oh, the hit.
That was a hit on
a blast.
Ingram. And, it was well played by Stauber as he skated to get in front and ride Ingram off the puck and then put him right in there. And I think he might have actually caught the edge of the door that comes out from the locker room on that Champlin Park side, and that might be what hurt him. But Marshall calls their timeout. 2-2 game, 1:48 left in overtime. We've seen a 5-minute major killed off by Marshall. We've seen some good saves taken here, made by Mikhail Goods. Mikhail Goods, you could just see how much he was scrambling right there.
Yeah, he was definitely scrambling. It looked like he was stabbing at the puck. I don't know, Pete. It looks like to me that outside of Derek Smith for Champlin, everybody else seems like they might be out of gas at this point. I mean, it just looks like Marshall has so much more speed out there right now. They're just playing with more quickness. It looks like to me that it might. I mean, they've played a long time here now, coming to the end of overtime, and Champlin looks like they're just running out of gas a little bit.
Yeah, we've played 51 minutes of regulation, and then now do my Coon Rapids math, 6 minutes and 12 seconds.
Not bad.
Of overtime. And, we look at the Duluth Marshall offensive attack. You've seen Carter Sullivan step up. He wasn't really active in those first couple periods, but he's used that big body. He's definitely got the conditioning to step up and made some good plays, put some good shots on net. Another guy that's done well is Peter Lenz. Obviously, he's the one that took that 5-minute penalty, but at this point, no far. Shot attempt there from close range. That was Ingram back on the ice, and Mikhail Goods able to get that save. And now this one shoveled up to Peter Lenz. Lenz trying to get to his teammate, finally makes the pass. That's Golot. Shot taken and gloved by Boynton. That was Lane Krenzen. We know he's got a cannon and he's not afraid to shoot. And he lined it up. Boynton right there stretches out, gets the glove on it. Keeps this game tied, keeps this game alive for Champlin Park.
Peter Lenz screened him in front of the net too. Slammed his stick down a little bit there thinking, darn it. It was a nice shot, a nice screen. But Boynton once again coming up big.
Kargas, Roberts, and Schuster coming on the ice. Face-off win goes to Marshall. Circling is Levi Stauber. He gets it back behind the net to Lenz. Lenz looking, now gets it back to Stauber behind the net. Tries to get it in front for Golat, and he couldn't do it. Now Schuster trying to get it. Willie Stauber sticks it. Roberts still puts the move on, and Krenzen negates that one. 1 minute left in the in the overtime. Now here comes Lenz with a shot. Trying to get around Ellingson. Puts on the brakes, keeps control, centers. Roberts there to pick it off. Now he's coming the other way. Roberts makes one man miss. That was Stauber. Puts the shot on. Another shot taken. And Mikhail Goods made one good save. And then Schuster takes a shot from a wide angle. Kind of ate up Goods a little bit. And he dives on that rebound. That was a good save. Just kicks it away.
Look at this flop though.
I don't think he expected that shot coming from that angle.
But we got 40 seconds left here, Pete.
40 seconds left. Derek Smith, Keegan Bauman, Ryan Ingram on the ice for Champlin. Ribic takes the face-off. Comes back out to the point. Bauman keeps it in. Chasing behind the net, that's Joe Liberty. Trying to break out for Marshall. Gets it out, Rylance. Trying to find some space, gets it to Ingram. Krenzen pushes him wide, forces him all the way out. He tries to center. And I think we're going to get another penalty. Or maybe they just thought, I think the official might have thought the net came off its moorings.
Interjecting himself in the game again. Another official. He's got the hands on the hips.
I think he knows he messed that one up.
Yeah.
Ingram takes another big hit though, this time by Lane Krenzen, bringing him to the ice off the boards. It'll be Smith versus Golat. Might be the final face-off of the game. Smith wins it, pushes it down into the zone. Golat comes up with it, wraps it all the way around. Rylant steps up, keeps it in briefly, and does it again. Smith spins around. Now it gets out to neutral ice, trying to get it forward, and that's how it's going to end in a tie. 2-2 game. Both teams had their chances, both teams had their moments, but in the end, Boynton's efforts come up for a tie. And you look at the player of the game, no shock.
Boynton. Yep, no doubt for me. He played very hard all game, gave up a couple of goals in the third, tough goals, but he stopped 46 of 48 shots tonight. And we're talking about a freshman here, Pete. He was fantastic all night for the Rebels. Well-deserved player of the game, Brennan Boynton.
Absolutely. You know, what they say about ties, it's like kissing a relative.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to be happy if you're the Champlin Park Rebels. You got to be happy with that performance by Brennan Boynton. You have to be happy with, you know, some of the puck luck they got. On the other end, Marshall, you know, they snapped their losing streak. They didn't lose tonight, so they'll look to maybe carry some of that offensive momentum into Roseville, where they'll play tomorrow night. Champlin Park, they'll move ahead, and they don't have, their schedule doesn't get any easier because they've got that Northwest Suburban Conference schedule to round out. And you look here at the standings. We've mentioned there at Champlin Park. I think that we have the standings.
Well, I know Champlin Park 6-6.
But they're 6-6. Yep, and that's in the West. So they're right there, kind of in the heart. You know, Spring Lake Park is owning that division here so far this season. But you know, they do have some tough opponents coming up, and they'll try and improve upon the record where they're at right now. They're 9-10-2. Lake Superior is right there. They're at 1-4 in their conference.
And there's a superpower at the top, Hermantown.
Yeah, they're
very good every year. I think they've made a couple of state tournament appearances.
Maybe
in the last
couple
of years.
Maybe a couple. Their record now goes to 7-12-2. Both teams getting their second tie of the game. You know, Chris, that was an exciting game. A lot of shots. We look at the upcoming schedule that we've mentioned. It's the St. Francis and then Maple Grove's very good, and then they have to end the regular season at Blaine.
Yeah, tough schedule to round it out, but at the same time, maybe that'll help them going into the playoffs. You know, you see good opponents, gets you better prepared.
And then the remaining Marshall schedule, they play Roseville here tomorrow at Roseville down here in the cities, and then Holy Family, St. Cloud Cathedral will both go up to their home ice up in Duluth, and then they'll play crosstown rival Duluth Denfeld to round out their season and then move into sectional playoffs. Chris, that was an absolute brilliant game by Brennan Boynton. Just not enough to get the W. And you know, you wish in games like that when somebody performs that well that they get the W. Tonight they have to settle for Champlin Park, and Brennan Boynton has to settle for a tie and move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say this though, Pete. Anything you want to take away from the game, if you're a Champlin Park fan, you can say you got a good goalie in place for the next 3-4 years here in Boynton.
Absolutely. Brennan Boynton, the star tonight, but doesn't come away with the W. It's a 2-2 game, 2-2 tie after overtime. Rebels, toppers, can't get that game winner. But thanks for joining us, Chris. It was a pleasure to be alongside you. Thanks to our crew. Thanks to the great fans here at the Champlin Ice Forum. For myself, for Chris Carpenter, for QCTV, thanks for joining us, and have a great night.